Belly and Jeremiah broke the news of their engagement to their families last week on The Summer I Turned Pretty, with terrible results. Episode 4 of Season 3 begins 2 weeks later. Despite living apart, Belly and Jeremiah continue to work hard. Jeremiah uses his new internship, which he received from his father, to call Belly on her birthday. She is at her mom's house and busy waiting tables for cash to build up their wedding fund. Belly encourages Jere to continue presenting his best self to his father despite his feelings of shame over not making any real money. Regretfully, neither of them is making much progress in persuading their separate families that the August wedding is a real possibility. John and Laurel want to celebrate their daughter's birthday even if they may not want to deal with her marriage. They welcome her downstairs with pancakes and a bottle of wine from the year of her birth after she calls. She's 21 years old. Laurel rejects Belly's attempt to use the birthday feelings to persuade her to go wedding dress shopping with her. Breakfast finishes abruptly, and Laurel is still not comfortable with the preparations for marriage. Belly leaves her parents to talk about it. Only John attempts to persuade Laurel to be supportive since he thinks it is occurring somehow. It doesn't function. Jeremiah receives the cold shoulder at work while serving his dad a steaming latte. When Jere tries to bring up the wedding, his father also shifts the topic. After being chastened, he leaves for the intern pen, where Stephen is working diligently. The Nepo baby seems to irritate the other interns, but Stephen stands up for Jere. He ultimately engages in combat with the other office gamer, Denise, who points out that men like Jeremiah advance in the company quite fast. Jeremiah's grievances on the wedding are met with less support from Stephen. He also urges the young couple to wait, but Jere wins him over by asking him to be his co-best man with Conrad, if he can get his brother on the phone. For some reason, this duty instantly excites Stephen, and he begins organizing the bachelor party. As long as Jere keeps Laurel in the dark. While Taylor is attempting to persuade Lucinda to concentrate on her salon books, her mother is more concerned with getting back in touch with her scumbag ex, Scott. Taylor receives a call from Belly asking her to go clothing shopping. Something that excites Lucinda. Although Belly pushed for the outing, she appears somewhat depressed when the girls meet up in the mall. Possibly because it's not a real bridal shop. Prom dresses are available at this store. Taylor's mother is getting on her nerves, and she is also nervous about leaving Lucinda for her internship in New York. But Belly is only happy to have someone's mom join her for her dress-up outing. Even though the final item on the sale rack is a straightforward and reasonably priced slip dress, it is unable to lift Belly's spirits. She sends Taylor out with Lucinda and calls off the birthday supper. Belly is disappointed that it isn't Conrad when Jere informs her that Stephen has consented to be best man. She then asks Jere how they'll do this without both of our moms, as she breaks down over the dress shopping. After work, he makes the 90-mile-per-hour drive to Belly's house to deliver a birthday cake, flowers for Laurel, and a modest present, a key to the house at Cousins. He informs her that after they get married in 6 weeks, it will be legally hers. Following a group hug, Laurel persuades the young couple to have a serious conversation about the wedding. In a passionate speech about being Belly's person, Jeremiah acknowledges that after he lost his mother, Susanna, they reunited, which helped him rediscover himself. He is adamant that his mother would be pleased for them. However, Laurel asserts that no one can predict what a lifetime will hold and that they will never know what Susanna would have desired. She advises them to put off getting married until after they have completed their education. However, no agreement is made and Laurel remains adamantly nay. Belly continues the struggle by chasing her mother upstairs. Calling the wedding a stupid mistake, that is, killing her, Laurel declines to go. Belly and Jeremiah storm out. They stay overnight at Cousins and Conrad is also there when you wake up. Why does he not reside in California? No one is aware that Conrad was let go from his previous position at the clinic, and he appears to have been offline in the beach house for the past few weeks. Belly and Jeremiah talk about Conrad's unexpected entrance while he goes for a panic run, and she seems to think he has a secret. They also discuss Belly's future, but Jere persuades her to remain in Cousins after weighing her alternatives. Alongside Conrad. While on his run, Conrad chats with Agnes, his co-worker who provides him with emotional support, who informs him that he may have a reason to leave because he got the job at Garth back in California. Jeremiah eventually pins his brother down for a talk while catching some waves when he returns home. Being a co-best man does not win Conrad over as Stephen does. He notes that for once, Laurel and John agree that they should put off getting married, and it's possible that this is because they're correct. Jere becomes enraged when Conrad refers to the wedding idea as ridiculous. To shore he hangs 10. Belly texts her father to accompany her to the wedding, confessing that she left their Philadelphia home, and then argues with Conrad to demonstrate that she is not a child. John is sent to Laurel's by the text, and they argue about Laurel's choice to cut off Belly on her wedding day. John appears to believe that accepting their daughter's faults is preferable than doing nothing at all. He makes the point that Jeremiah and Belly aren't meant to be their parents 2.0. The ex-couple talks about where their relationship went wrong, and Laurel admits that being married and having children too young were her mistakes. However, she places the blame on herself rather than John. She doesn't wish Belly the same. Jere and Belly spend the evening making fun of Conrad's legitimate worries while watching movies in the pool. Their laughing drifts up to his bedroom as he purchases a plane ticket to California. While working on a project at his internship on Sunday, Stephen and Denise talk about business and discover they have a lot in common. For example, one of Stephen's main objectives is to make things. After idly perusing Lucinda's books once again, Stephen decides to give Taylor another call. Despite Taylor's assurances that everything is under control, it turns out that Scott obtained credit lines in Lucinda's name. She cannot obtain a small business loan until she settles Scott's $10,000 debt. She declines to be Stephen's charity case even though he offers to help her get some of the money together. Belly finds it difficult to say goodbye as Jeremiah prepares to return to work. Jeremiah acknowledges that he doesn't want her to travel to Paris when she talked herself out of it. Oh no. When Belly puts up her mall dress upstairs, she discovers the beautiful white gown that Laurel purchased for her for the Deb ball. She had a flashback to when she was younger and Susanna showed her the new room she had made specifically for her. One in which she would no longer have to share a room with the boys. Nevertheless, they discovered her, frightening her in her new large bed. That night, young Belly discovers the mother intoxicated in the kitchen. She claims she doesn't want to sleep by herself, so Laurel takes her back upstairs so they may share a nap. Belly is obviously missing her mother's company and comfort in the present. While Conrad is getting ready to go, he hears Belly sobbing in her room. He seems to go off without a word. Taylor, like Belly, has drastically altered her life goals for a careless cause. She paid off the debt with her rent money and forfeited her internship in New York. She is going to take her mother by the reins and take her into responsible business ownership. She even cleaned the house by herself. Although Lucinda appears to understand that she has made a huge mistake as a mother, Taylor is unyielding. Although she vows to reimburse her daughter, Taylor will remain at home the next year. When Belly awakens, Conrad is still there. He has promised to serve as co-best man at her wedding in addition to doing the dishes. He tells Belly that he believes it's fantastic that she and Jere are together and that they clearly make each other happy, almost as happy as Conrad makes her with a baked good as a late birthday present. The former lovers embrace as the show comes to a close, and Conrad's wailing voiceover asks, "What have I done?"